Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
the Greek debt crisis. 5-minute history lesson. Let's see.
Video is sponsored by Skillshare. Go to skl.sh/theplaying.the-past. Rules, valuable lessons are to be had by exploring their causes and effects. After all, in a world of ever-changing rules, products, and services, history is the one constant that can guide us through the ambiguity. So let's take a 5-minute history lesson on today's Plain Bagel.
Ooh.
The Greek debt
It's
crisis.
1999, and the Greek government
wow,
is...
so we have a timer running, so it's really 5 minutes. Okay,
Wow.
interesting
Wait,
channel
is
idea.
it? I wonder.
I think the rest, the ending is just commercial.
In a bit of a pickle. The European Union has just launched a fancy new currency, the euro. They'll be shared by its members.
When did they drop the euro? 1999, you said?
1999, yes.
Okay.
Part of the EU, they left off the invite. You see, despite massive tax evasion problems, the Greek government has been spending to boost social benefits and wages.
I wonder how they decided who want to be included. I would have thought that Greece would want to be included.
In the EU?
Yeah. Was there a lot of countries that were hesitant to be a part of the EU?
Maybe. I mean, well, obviously the Greeks were...
But they didn't send an invite.
Yeah, the euro was tough because even though, and basically the problem with the euro was especially in like the lower income countries, I guess, the Eastern Europe. Whenever the euro came in almost every country, the prices went up. So like in Lithuania too, when they adopted the euro, the prices went up.
Oh.
What used to be cost X litres, now it's X euros, and euros is 3 times the litres. So,
debt to GDP to rise well above the 60% required to adopt the currency.
Do you know
so now they must decide.
Lithuania joined the EU? Was it recently, right?
Lithuania, I believe, joined the EU in 2004, and the litres came in.
Yes, I remember you still had litres.
Yeah, the euros came in 2016, I want to say, but I'm not like 100% on that.
In cutting back spending or missing out on the Eurozone party. Unless, of course, there's a third option. You see, Goldman Sachs, an American investment bank, comes along with an idea. A way to meet the currency adoption criteria by masking the government's debt load through currency swaps. It involves a bit of lying, but this way the country can avoid radical reforms and reap the benefits of the euro. A win-win. So Greece gives it a shot, using the sleight of hand to adopt the currency in 2001. And sure enough, the sun pays off. The currency brings with it more trade. And since the euro allows Greece to piggyback off the financial strength of its fellow Eurozone members, the government gains access to better financing. Enough to even bring the Olympics home for 2004.
Wow.
Sure, debt to GDP continues to rise above 110%, and things are a little precarious, but hey, the economy is growing, there's plenty of EU money funding the budget deficit, and so long as things keep rolling, everything will be... That's not good. Looks like a real estate crisis in the US has triggered a global recession, and it's hitting Greece like a train. GDP is falling as tourism and shipping slow down.
I wonder how, America's recession affected the world.
Investments. I guess the whole world invests into America. So European companies, European money also flows to America.
Because they showed houses. It's not just the housing market.
Everything collapsed, but it started with the housing.
Market.
So with the housing fucked up, people didn't have money to pay mortgages. Of course, the stocks went down. It was just everything. It's just that's how it starts. It starts with one thing and it escalates into everything.
With the Athens Stock Exchange plummeting 65% in 2008. Worse yet, borrowing costs are increasing. Oh, and that shared currency we fought so hard for? Well, it's preventing Greece from stabilizing through monetary policy. And just in case things didn't look bad enough, surprise, in 2009, it's revealed that the government has been cooking the books. And its budget deficit is not 6.7%, but double that. Whoops. I mean...
The government, I did not see that coming. The government cooking the books,
I wonder who did the review to do the audit.
EU probably?
Oh.
More than double their original estimate.
I would think they would review it before they accepted.
So they probably, it was fine, but they were cooking the books once after they got accepted.
Skyrocket, as the entire country's credibility is smashed like a plate on the floor.
Yeah.
Opa. On April 27, 2010, with the debt...
That was
I mean, if they've been cooking the books, credibility is definitely smashed. You gotta sound like what independent EU...
to really look at the book
to oversee the budget.
That's another thing to consider in the budget. How does the EU
debt to GDP of 127%, the country's credit rating is dropped to junk, plummeting Greece towards default as it begins to drown in its pile of public debt. But look, on the horizon, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a buttload of money. The Troika, a group consisting of 2 EU entities in the International Monetary Fund, has come to bail Greece out in a bid to save the EU from the ramifications of a Greek default. Here's the plan. Lend Greece 110 billion euros to avoid default, use the bailout money to pay off expensive creditors, get the government to commit to higher taxes and lower spending to bring the country back into a surplus, and wait for this recession to blow over. So, on May 2nd, 2010, the Troika tosses Greece a lifeline, and... damn. The bailout doesn't quite fix the problem. In fact, the austerity measures have put further pressure on GDP and brought debt to GDP up to 172% by 2011, with creditors quickly draining the bailout funds. This is bad, and the Troika realized that more drastic measures are required, so they devised a new plan. Give Greece another 130 billion euros, negotiate with creditors to cut the country's IOU by 53.5%, get the government to commit to further austerity measures to bring the country back into a surplus, and wait for this depression to blow over. So on February 21st, 2012, the Troika prepares the largest sovereign debt restructuring in history, tosses Greece its second lifeline, and success! The program grabs a hold, and after 2 years of further tax reforms, layoffs, and wage cuts, the government reports a structural surplus. But wait, Greece is starting quite fast. You see, the Troika's bailout terms, they're helping the government get a handle on its debt, are causing unrest at home, with Greeks bearing the burden of falling wages, rising taxes, and unemployment about 25%. So when stop election occurs in 2015, the people break over 40 years of two-party rule and elect a new anti-austerity party to office in a bid for change. The new Prime Minister promises to boost spending and throw down the gauntlet to the Troika to renegotiate terms, raising tensions between government and the Troika until the country's lifeline snaps and, ladies and gentlemen, all hell breaks loose. Creditors flee Greece once again, and a liquidity crisis emerges, with fear gripping the country amid concerns of Brexit, Greece's departure from the EU. Negotiations with the Troika fall through.
I never seen Greece with all its territories area.
Oh, was it encompasses?
Yeah.
Its members clash, and on June 30th, 2015, with the government unable to secure any further debt relief, Greece defaults, missing a 1.6 billion euro debt payment to the IMF, the first developed country to ever do so. The foundation of Greece.
What do you?
They said, I don't got it. What you gonna do?
Yeah, what you gonna
I don't got it.
I don't got it. If I don't got it, I don't got it. What you gonna take?
Greece's economy begins to crack as the government shuts down its stock exchange and banking system. Greece continued to fight against the new bailout proposed by the EU, but at this point, with the country in financial purgatory, Brexit inching closer, and no more leverage for negotiation, on July 16th, a very desperate government throws in the towel, grabbing a hold of the EU's third lifeline and accepting an 86 billion euro bailout in August. And so, with the fight to boost spending needing a dramatic end, the Greek people prepare once again for a round of cuts, reforms, and hard times ahead. All in, the economy will shrink 25% as a result of the crisis. And while Greece has since finished its bailout program, the country to this day maintains a debt to GDP of 181%. And Greek people continue to suffer, with 1 in 3 Greeks at risk of living in poverty. It goes to show the terrible consequences of fiscal mismanagement. And as Greece continues down its road to recovery, let us not forget the valuable and devastating case study it provided. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Skillshare, for spot.
Wow.
Finished in 5 minutes, but interesting video. So
Can I see the comments?
yeah, you can. Interesting video. Oh. Now I understand when I traveled to Greece and everyone wanted cash. They all claimed they didn't trust banks.
Greece in 2020. Just when I thought I was out, they put me back in. Wow. Hello, I am Greek, 17-year-old high school student, and I can say that no one, not a single person in school, even mentioned anything about how this crisis happened. Really? Wow. That's insane.
Greece, I have 82% of my GDP in debts. We are ruined. Argentina, what? So little? Have you tried default and not pay? It worked great for us. Venezuela. Look, those two rookies talking about that.
Oh. Oh.
Funny but true.
Very interesting.
Interesting. So, I wonder what's to blame, honestly. Are we blaming...
whoever was in government.
Are we blaming the government for cooking the books? Are we blaming the euro because we
euro?
I don't know. Maybe Greece would have been better off if never joined the EU. Who knows?
But then again, you're seeing everyone join the EU and reaping on the benefits, and you think, okay, why not? So you apply. Of course, you applied. Maybe you think you're not going to be accepted. The EU should have did its work to check to see their books to see if it's up to date.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting. Mm-hmm. I knew they, the
Because
struggle.
to me,
I didn't know they in debt.
This is like applying for a loan, knowing that you
don't qualify.
But you're gonna see if you can get it or not, because you need the money. Okay,
Yeah.
you have people to take care of. You need the money, so you take it and say, okay, sure, I'm gonna take it.
I think that's a good summary. Is applying for a loan and you don't qualify.
Yeah.
And if the loan worker, if he's like lazy and not gonna check, he's like, whatever.
Let's have all the numbers to make it look like big, and that to me it's like a loan shark almost. Because they were kind of in a position that they
not loan sharks. Just I get what you say.
Did they have a choice to be a part of the EU? Really? Was it a real choice?
That I don't know. That part I don't know.
Because many countries, they kind of were hesitant to join the EU.
I don't think they're hesitant to join the EU.
Because how many years did it take to come into adopt? Because they had their major, because you had your core major people who are compliant to join the EU, but then after you slowly start seeing, okay, the ones who came in last, why did they choose last instead of in the
Because
beginning?
they had to bring their economies up to qualify, because there was a certain threshold that you needed to qualify.
Okay.
Interesting.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and Zoys, share as much kindness as possible.